Jonathan Kuminga is the next superstar for the Golden State Warriors. He has become unguardable. Look at him go to work on Jabari Smith right here. This is basketball brilliance. Look at first, start off a little jab step to get him leaning towards the middle of the floor. What does that do? That opens up his hip and gives me the angle to just get downhill. So once I've got you set up downhill, you're giving me the angle. Your feet aren't level to each other. So when I cross you back over to the middle of the floor, you're not going to be able to slide your feet. You're going to have to cross your whole body. And when that happens, now I've got you off balance and I've got the angle in the paint. So I'm just going to lower my shoulder into you. That is technically sound. This is the part of his game where it becomes unguardable. Buddy Hield's coming off a down screen. The Rockets defend it poorly right here. So once Kuminga swings it to Buddy Hield, he notices Fred VanVleet stepping up. I'm immediately relocating to the wing. So when VanVleet steps up to help, now you can't close out in time, and I'm hitting that. There's no really good way to guard this handoff right here. If Dillon Brooks goes over here, Jonathan Kuminga is going to get downhill and destroy Jabari Smith. He destroys every Rockets defender once he's in the paint. But the problem is, if you want to go under and meet him on the other side, well, there's not going to be another side because he can just pull right off this handoff. This is where Jonathan Kuminga is an absolute beast in the open floor in transition. Watch him just wait right here and be patient. Wait for Buddy Hield to run his lane, so Jabari Smith has to go with him. Wait for Podziemski to run his lane, so that defender has to go with him. Once I've got both them running their lanes right here, now it's just set up. Now I can downhill, backpedaling Reed Shepherd. This is just too little, not going to work over and over again. Once Jonathan Kuminga has a full head of steam downhill and is touching the paint, it's over. He's going to finish over Dillon Brooks. He's going to finish over Sengun. He's going to finish over everyone. If Dillon Brooks is late, and he's about a half step late getting under this dribble handoff, once Jonathan Kuminga touches the paint right here with a full head of steam downhill, doesn't matter who you've got on him. Dillon Brooks, a big, a guard, it's two. Now the Rockets are going to switch Alperen Sengun onto him, but they're going to switch late. Once Jonathan Kuminga comes off this screen, and again, he's got his head down, full head of steam downhill, touching the paint right here. Now it's their starting center, Alperen Sengun. You're playing off your back foot right here. Kuminga's just going to lower his shoulder right into you. Whether you're a guard, a center, a wing, he's got you playing off your back foot. Full head of steam, lower his shoulder, easy to the cup. He becomes unguardable in the pick and roll right here. If Fred VanVleet goes over the top and Sengun sits back in drop coverage, it's over. Kuminga's got a full head of steam downhill in the paint. He's finishing right over you. So now you want to try and go under this screen. Whoops, now Jonathan Kuminga's got a jumper. Jalen Green is just too little. Jalen Green does a great job defensively. It doesn't matter. This looks like LeBron James in his prime. Jalen Green goes under the handoff right here. Again, that allows Kuminga to build up steam and get downhill. Look at Jalen Green. I mean, he's doing fine right here. Jonathan Kuminga's literally just going to get a full head of steam downhill. Jalen Green's just simply in his way. So I'm lowering my shoulder into you. I'm in the paint. Too little. Two. It does not matter who the Houston Rockets have waiting for Kuminga in the paint. Coming off a pick and roll again. Now it's Steven Adams, one of the most physical, brute force centers in the NBA. But you run drop coverage. What does that mean? That means Kuminga gets to get a full head of steam downhill. And once he touches the paint, even though this is Steven Adams, 7-foot physical center, if he's playing off his back foot and Kuminga's got a runway to get downhill, once he touches the paint, good night. It's over. Finish right through you. Off ball right here. He's going to score 8 to 10 points a night in the NBA. Reed Shepherd's late getting out to guard Andrew Wiggins, so he blows by him with a spin move right here. Once Jonathan Kuminga even senses that his defender isn't paying attention, Sengun's going to double. Once he notices his defender's paying attention to the ball and not him, this is Kuminga, his cutting ability again. Once he touches the paint right here, good night over Sengun again. Forget about it. You cannot switch guards onto Jonathan Kuminga. Buddy Hield's running a cross screen for Kuminga. So the Rockets are just going to switch right here. Can't do that with Fred VanVleet. Again, Jonathan Kuminga just too big, too physical. Once he's got you sealed down low, it's either throw it down low for two or look at Kuminga just completely bodying him up in the paint for an easy offensive board and tap back. This is the superstar ability of Jonathan Kuminga. Off a turnover, off a defensive rebound, anything. Just get out and run. Sprint, run your lane. Because a guy like Kuminga right here, again, full head of steam downhill, Fred VanVleet might as well just stop right now. There's nothing he can do. You get in the way. Again, I'm just going to finish right over the top. Jonathan Kuminga's upside is the moon. This is Giannis. This is LeBron right here. Fred VanVleet, they're going to switch this ball screen right here. So VanVleet, whoops-a-daisies, opening up his hip, giving Jonathan Kuminga the middle of the floor. And again, once he touches the paint with a full head of steam downhill, like VanVleet's letting him do, doesn't matter. Now they're going to throw Dillon Brooks and VanVleet at him. He's just going to finish right through that double team for a layup and end the game.